Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on bin number 2. So it's been sitting for a while. We had the food piled in the middle from what I remember, and it probably is going to need some more food if they're really starting to work at it, and it might need some moisture, but I think it looked a little okay when I opened it up. I did add the fruit fly plastic traps that I have, or the sticky traps I should say. I added those back in just to make sure that if there was any fruit flies that got in there from my basement, that they would get caught hopefully and not really reproduce like crazy in there. So we'll open it up, we'll take a look, and we'll see how it's doing. So let's go and take a look. All right, here's our update for bin number 2. As you can see, 1/6 to 122. And let's open this up, take a look at the lid. I don't know why there's a little drop of liquid up one side right there. I don't know why that's there. I don't know. Anyhow, but there's one little piece of liquid right there. I'm not sure what that's from. But everything else in here looks like it should be. I do have the fruit fly trap. I see one. Pull this out here. One fruit fly on it on this side right there. And then if I flip it over here, I see 2 more on this side. So there was a couple of fruit flies in here. I'm going to just put this off to the side. And let's take a look in here and see how this is doing. Let's dig in. And this might need some food. I haven't fed this one, I think, in a while. I think I skipped the last feeding as well. So we're just doing massive feedings in the middle here for this one to try to get these worms really going here. So let's just take a look in here and see what we have. I see coffee grounds still. Lots of coffee grounds. Lots of worms in there too in those coffee grounds. So they found those coffee grounds and they're digging in, which is good. Let's just dig this up a little bit. It looks like we have a little bit of our citrus and some other peels in here. These actually, I have to say, this smells really good. Look at this right here. Look at this worm ball that's going on right there. So if it'll focus, geez, this camera's taking some time to focus today. So right here you can see that there's a whole large worm population on here. And they're really starting to dig into these fruits. It smells like oranges in here, so there's definitely orange. Those are definitely clementine peels. And we've got some more mush down here, which looks like it's being worked on as well. So maybe we don't need, well, you know what? I think we are going to add some food to this one. I think this does need some food. You know, there's coffee grounds, which is a good food source, but it's just not the same as having real food in here for a bin like this. And they're working through the other stuff pretty well. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing a lot of worms in here, but not anything else really. So it looks like they're doing pretty well with this material. I am seeing a couple fruit flies. So they are digging down into this, but that's okay. We're just going to add a little bit more food, not a whole lot to this. If I can grab some here. Hold on a second. I've got all my food that's frozen over here. There we go. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit. We've got 1 peel and 1 apple. And that's what we're going to add over here. We're just going to add that right over here, and we're just going to bury it in here. We're going to bury it really well, too, because we want to make sure that this is not getting fruit flies down to it. So we're going to just dig this up from the sides. We're going to really sort of pile this up. Make sure that nothing is getting in here as best we can. And that way we can kind of keep those fruit flies out. I'm not feeding a whole lot, just trying to get a little bit of extra food in there. Oh, actually, there's a piece of something right there. Let me bury that underneath. That way hopefully they can't get to it. And now, I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. It looks a little bit dry. You know, as I said, there wasn't really, except for that one streak of water on the lid or moisture, whatever it was. I'm not sure exactly what it was. There's not much moisture in here. So we're going to add a little bit of water to this. Just kind of get everything soaked down. Primarily where they're feeding. And this, I know people have mentioned about the fact that I'm not putting a whole lot of water in here. This does pump out water pretty quick. If I were to let it sit there, you could just see it building up. I mean, it'll start moving the dirt around or the castings around and stuff because of how much water is coming out of here. So there's a lot more water than you realize that's coming out of here with this this pump that I'm using. It's just the fact that I'm not mixing it up afterwards. And I'm letting it settle in instead of just mixing it up and trying to get everything wet. I just want it to slowly seep into this. I don't want it to be, I don't need to get it sopping wet. I just want it to have a little bit of extra water on there so that way there's water that's available. So All right, so we're going to close this back up like that as we had before. I'm going to take off my glove here and put this sticky trap back inside. Hopefully we'll get a few more fruit flies off of this this material going onto here. Oh, apparently my hand. There we go. There we go. Got it that time. Okay. So there we go. We've got our sticky trap in. I'm making sure it's not going to hit the lid, so I don't have it right on top here. And we're going to put our lid back on. And that's my update for this week. I'm keeping these short and sweet until I can take care of this fruit fly issue that's been going around in my basement. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know.